Auspicious greetings to all Dharma brothers and sisters online. Time passes very fast. We have entered year 2022. For the past 3 years, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our way of life has changed. Under this pandemic, less gathering is an effective way to stop the spread of the virus. And in addition, many places have delayed the resumption of work and schools. So by staying at home have actually caused many people to have anxiety, panic, and other bad emotions. So this change is not an active choice, but such an adaptive change is needed to prevent and control the spread of virus. So therefore, managing emotions has become an important lesson for us to learn. So let us understand what is emotion. In psychology, emotion is often defined as a complex state of feeling that results in physical and psychological change that will influence our thoughts and behavior. Emotionally, is associated with a range of psychological phenomena, including temperament, personality, mood, and motivations. Just like my friend Jane, she has depression, and she has been, speaking to me for quite some time, telling me that she feels so depressed and she really don't know what the future is going to be like. So I encourage her to tune in, to listen to, a lot of our branch temple has actually conduct many online Dharma talks and so on. So this is particularly a tough time for her to deal with her mental issues. So she learned to reflect on the current situation and do some adjustment to focus on her, living. And she told me to focus on living the present moment is really a very important thing to learn. As she can't go out for coffee and she can't, go around, gathering with her friends. So what she do is she do some adjustment by, every morning she sat down, she had a coffee, and she tuned in to listen to the Dharma online. And she said, oh, thanks to this pandemic, I learned to enjoy moment, minutes by minutes. So now I understand, even by doing a housework, even by doing laundry, is something that you don't have any rooms to worry about things. So this story tells us that all of us, we are emotional beings. Our feelings of pleasure and pain provoke different emotions, and our emotions motivate us to act. And some of these emotions are afflictive and realistic, while others are more realistic and beneficial. As a result, some of our actions bring I will start from as a result. As a result, some of our actions bring more pain, while others bring happiness. Venerable Master Hsing Yun mentioned in his book that our body is like village and our mind as the chief. There are many kinds of people living in the village. If the chief is happy, the village is happy. If he or she is worried, the village is worried. So human beings experience a range of emotion at time and other. So no matter what we are feeling, if we are in a bad mood, our action have become unpredictable. We will have difficulties to get along with others. Take for example, greed. When I'm eager to go out to have a gathering with friends, but it is impossible at this moment, and I'll get angry. And when we are angry, we will often experience physical effects. such as increase of heart rates, elevated blood pressure, and we might also cause some unhappiness to people around us. That is destructive to our health and good affinity. And as for ignorance, it is related to not seeing the world as it actually is. Without the capacity for mental concentration and insight, it will cause suffering. I will share a story with you. The Buddha and the angry man. One day, Buddha led a large group of monks and nuns passing through a village. The Buddha chose to sit down beneath a large tree so that the group could rest a while out of heat. And soon the villagers heard about the visiting teacher, and many gathered around to listen to the Buddha's teaching. And one angry man stood by the side, watching as the crowd growing larger and larger. Impatient with the burgeoning of the crowds of monks and nuns, he shouted at the Buddha, "Go away! You just want to take advantage of us. You teachers come here to say a few pretty words and then ask for food and money." But the Buddha was unruffled by these insults. He remained calm, excluding a feeling of loving kindness. He politely requested that the angry man come forward. Then he asked, "Young man, if you purchase a lovely gift for someone, but that person did not accept the gift, whom does this gift then belong?" This angry man was taken back by the Buddha's questions. "I guess the gift should still be mine because I was the one who bought it." "Exactly," said the Buddha. "Now you have just cursed me and been angry with me. If I do not accept your curse, if I do not get insulted and angry in return, then these curses will fall back upon you, the same as the gift returning to its owner." So poor emotional health can weaken our body immune system, and this makes you more likely to get sick and often infections during emotionally difficult time. Also, when you are feeling stressed, anxious, or get upset, you may not take care of your health as careful as you should. So it is important to observe your emotion. Although emotions are an instinctive and natural things, it can sometimes be intense and overwhelming. We must learn to control our emotions if we want to be successful in establishing a good affinity and good health. So as I mentioned earlier, emotion is like a village, and the harmony of the village comes from the chief. Our mind is the chief. So when our emotional state is in trouble, then what should we do to improve it? So let me share 5 points to manage your emotional mind. First, self-awareness. Self-awareness is a skill that allows you to predict how a situation or a person might affect you by understanding your own emotional state. If you can allow you to observe your emotional reaction to situation and learn how to improve your response, the story I shared earlier on how the Buddha responded to the angry man, if you understand that, being prepared to allow you to feel calmer and less stress is important. Second, reflection. Reflecting allows you to discover why you have a certain emotional reaction to a situation, and that can help you to resolve conflicts and by separating the emotion from the situation. Take Buddha and Jane's example of reflection on the current situation. Number 3, give yourself a space. When you are in a situation that will trigger an emotional reaction, put a physical space between you and a situation can help you regain your composure and allow you to exercise your skills of reflection. So once you have gained some perspective on your emotions, you can often return to the situation calmly and find a solutions. Number 4, mindfulness. Mindfulness is a meditation technique that focuses on the sensations and emotions that you feel in that moment. The goal of mindfulness exercise is to stay fully present in the moment and avoid thinking about the future or the past concern. Mindfulness can help to calm and develop a sense of perspective about your emotions and your daily tasks. Number 5, listen to podcasts or reading a book. You may follow the Bodhi Light podcast by Venerable Miao Guang online. It can help you understand your feelings, and you might find resources to resolve your problem. I would encourage you to subscribe Bodhi Light podcast, and you will be able to listen to many stories that will help the chief or the mind to find peace and harmony to the villages. Buddhism explained that virtuous emotions, such like positive, constructive, or wholesome thoughts, will lead to happiness in the long term, while a non-virtuous emotions, such like negative, destructive, unwholesome thoughts, will lead to suffering. Buddha often taught us impermanence, and this impermanence is not comfortable to most of us, but it is real. Just look at the current pandemic. It was not here before, but we believe soon it will be gone if we follow the SOP strictly and get vaccinated. The Buddha said, people come and go in our life, but the right ones will always stay. In the end of our life, only 3 things matters: how much we loved, how gentle you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. So thank you for joining me in this Dharma sharing. May the Buddha bless everyone to gain happiness, and may every one of us be free from fear and live in harmony. Thank you for today's sharing.